yeah. What? What? Oh, yeah. Ooh. Ah, there we go. I'm like 5% kung fu compared to John's 100.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you.
Yes. What is going on? It's your boy, Preston, PhatSamuraiGuy, back again with another episode of the Movie Dojo podcast. And hanging out with your boy in the dojo is the legend himself, Blood Boots, Big John in the house. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you so much. Been a huge fan.
Oh.
So it's so wonderful to be here. After watching all your videos on YouTube and
Thank
seeing
you.
all my friends on your show, so it's great to finally be here.
Yes. What were some of the friends that were on the show?
Leroy Kincaid was the most recent one.
Yeah.
Lovely guy.
Shout out to that guy.
Absolutely. Fun fact, I saw him on a TV show years ago when I was a kid. And then I got to meet him maybe 5 or 6 years later. And it's like, yeah, we've been good friends ever since. He's a fantastic guy. Ah, brilliant.
Oh yeah. I would love to see you guys work together in the future for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Leroy, make it happen, brother. Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Kincaid. But yeah, man, thanks again for hanging out with me today. And we're gonna be talking martial arts and movies and your career. And you've pretty much done everything: actor, stuntman, fight choreographer. He's done it all. That's right. And oh wait, hold on. Speaking of actors and stuntmen, you got Colin in the house here. He's saying, "What's going on, Colin?" He says, "John is generally one of the nicest guys I know. Looking forward to this chat. Total legend. You're already legendary status."
I can say the same thing about Colin. He is loveliest guy you ever meet.
I've had him on the show a couple times in the past, and it's funny because we've been wanting to collab and talk about all kinds of martial arts movies and all this stuff, and he's always so busy, and we keep missing each other. But we'll get Colin on here again. But yeah, man, he's doing some great things right now as well. So
absolutely.
Yeah, but it's yeah, man. So hey, we're gonna jump right into it, and then we're gonna lead up to the brother's son, baby. That's right. We're gonna lead up to it. But we gotta for everybody watching right now. Hey, brother, how did you get into martial arts? Take us back in time. Tell us the story.
So the journey takes us back to 1993. I was 5 years old, and I was essentially born into martial arts. So my father was a martial artist, and it was something that my brother and I it's all we ever knew as kids. So my dad would push us doing the martial arts, and my mother wanted us to pursue more of the music side as well, which we'll come on to. But and my dad always said to us, a martial artist needs to be balanced. You need to not only be able to physically throw down, but you also need academics. You need to be intelligent with this. So you're not using your powers for evil. And yeah, he trained us in various styles of kung fu, and then when I was slightly older, he sent us to a guy who trained the special forces here in the UK. So we learned a lot of different styles. So from karate, aikido, jujitsu, hapkido, arnis, silat. So it's quite a mixture of different styles with weapons.
Wow.
So as far as I was concerned, all the kids at school, when they were at home, were doing the same kind of training, but that was not the case. But yeah, so for the past 31 years, I've been training every single day. Of course, the intensity in which I train at varies according to the day, but every single day, I've never missed a day.
Wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. Did you, over time, maybe kind of develop your own style? Taking a little bit of what you've known and making your own kind of style and kind of giving it a name or something like that? Or no?
Actually, yes.
Okay.
So I call it style free because I never stuck to one style. So when someone looks at the way I move, they can never pinpoint exactly what it is that I do. And that's because I train according to how I feel and I move according to how I feel. So you get styles like Muay Thai, which are so hard, so solid, that requires you to be strong and solid all the time.
Right.
Whereas it's like you might do something like Tai Chi that's very soft and relaxing. So I'll train according to how I feel. If I'm feeling very strong, I might do something solid
Hmm.
like kickboxing, like something hard like that. Whereas if I'm feeling more aggressive, I might do something. I might add a bit of Muay Thai, a bit of Tiger Kung Fu. But if I'm feeling soft, I might resort to Jiu-Jitsu, a bit of Tai Chi. So there's a bit of overlap with everything, and
Right.
I love it. But I call it style-free martial arts just because,
I like that.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. That's how it
Not
should be.
absolutely. And when I used to teach a lot more, I never wanted my students to move the way that I move. I
Hmm.
want them to be the best version of themselves and not a lesser version of me. And same thing
Right.
with my instructor. He never wanted me to be a carbon copy of him. He wanted me
Hmm.
to be the best version of me. So if I ever had a painting, for instance, and I would show you how I did this painting, the technique, the inspiration behind it, and then I would get you to do your own painting according to what I just showed you, as opposed to getting you to just copy what I did. And that way, if we got a classroom of 10 art students, there will be 10 different paintings using the same principles. And that
Wow.
is really the most important part of martial arts, in that you are your own being. You are not trying to be someone else. So you are not a photocopy of the original. You
Wow.
are your own original.
Right. No, that's I like that philosophy. I love that. I don't know. Maybe you should rename it style blood boots. But no, I mean that's great, man. That's how martial arts should really be though. You
And
know?
it changes over time as well.
Right.
So let's say you and I are both ancient warriors in China, and
Right.
you're from one village and I'm from the other village. We are hundreds of miles apart. Now, we both have our own styles. Now, we both go on pilgrimages. We might come across each other one day, spar a little, exchange techniques, and then go our separate ways. I may never see you again. Then eventually, when I go back to my village, all the stuff that you showed me that landed on me because you exposed the holes in some of my style requires my style to now change according to your style, according to what you did on me. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
is mixed martial arts. That is essentially
Yeah.
the literal form of mixed martial arts. And that is taking what works and
There you go.
making it your own.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of sounds familiar. I don't know. This guy may have said something similar back in the day.
Very
But
correct
now,
philosophy. Hmm.
yeah. But now I gotta pick your brain a little bit. Favorite martial arts movies, son? Top
Ooh.
five? I know top five is hard, but give me five of some of your favorites growing up.
Okay, I would say Fist of Legend with Jet Li. Um, a lot of the Once Upon a Time in China films with Jet Li.
Yes.
He's one of my heroes. I would say Dragons Forever, uh,
Yeah.
classic. I'm going to say Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon
Yeah.
because that is incredible.
Yeah.
And let me think. I probably Enter the Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. See, we're on the same page, me and John.
Fantastic.
We got the same taste. But yeah, here you go. Better fight. Jackie Chan versus Benny the Jet and from Wheels on Meals or Dragons Forever? Which one's better?
Meals on Wheels, I
It's
think.
like it inches it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's
I,
Dragons Forever is so good, but it's Wheels, man. It just inches it out.
I think that fight scene between them in Meals on Wheels, it doesn't get more intensive than something like that. That was phenomenal.
Insane, absolutely insane.
Absolutely.
Oh man, I would love to see you work with Jackie Chan in a
Me
project in the
too.
future. Yeah, let's go, Jackie. Come on, spread the word, everyone. Get John a Jackie Chan project. Let's go. But speaking of projects, we're all over the place here. We're going to talk about some of your short films and
Mm.
all kinds of projects you were in. And but first, Flux. Look at
Ooh.
that! Look at that handsome guy in the middle there with the chest out. Speak with your chest. Yeah. So what's this? What was this?
This was all about movement. So you have three different um, artists or performers who have three different ways of moving. And I never got to meet them on the shoot. We all shot everything separately. But the director, Patrick Ryder, who was a phenomenal award-winning director, said, "Okay, I'm just going to film you. Let's see what you've got." And I mean, we had gone back and forth prior to this, so I gave him an idea of the stuff I could do. And he said, "If you have weapons, bring them." And at the time, I was doing a lot of Cali sticks. I love Cali
Mm.
sticks, so I thought, let's really up the speed on this, because he was telling me my character is fire. So I thought, okay, the fire spreads, fire is fast. It travels very quickly, and it's dangerous. And if you touch it, you'll hurt yourself. So I thought, okay, what I'll do is I'll emulate some of those movements within the weapons, within some of my movements. And then you've got the slower movements in Flux, where I'm kind of doing the deep breathing. That is also part of fire, because you can have a candle that's still and seemingly calm. So I got to play around a lot of stuff with the movement, and that was a lot of fun.
Nice. Copy that. That's cool, man. That's cool. Astaroth here. I saw
Ooh,
you giving somebody some rock bottoms on the table there.
absolutely.
Yeah, what was that one about?
So my best friend, he is training to be a stunt performer now, but at the time when we were doing Astaroth, he was a final year student, film student, and he said to me a year prior to filming this, he says, "Look, I want to shoot this film for my final year major project, where it's stunt heavy and there's going to be a lot of fight scenes. Can you help me?" I'm like, "Yeah, sounds great. I'll do it." And yeah, we got to choreograph some fun scenes and everything. And yeah, I
Nice.
think that was a good introduction for him to get in more involved with the stunts as well. And
Gotcha.
then we're saying to him after that, let's next time I'll be fighting you. You won't be behind the camera or directing it. It'll be me fighting you.
There you go. I like that. I like that. Um, this one right here, this project.
Ooh, ooh, okay. So this one was just a short fight sequence, where I actually viciously tear someone's heart out of his chest.
Sold. I'm
Yeah.
sold. I love it already. Yeah, I saw the palm strike to the chest. I was like, either his heart is going to explode or he's going to rip it out.
Ends up in my hand, yeah. Indiana Jones style.
Oh my goodness. Chopsticks.
Oh, yes. So that was another final year major project for another student called Eden Sussex, who was Aiden is an really talented director. He brought me back for another uh, children's show, actually, where I got to play a monk dad, and that was really cool. But Chopsticks was a lot of fun. And there was a lot of the crew behind it was amazing. And yes, here we go, the Wonton Warrior,
Yeah.
absolutely. Though it's fun to be able to play goofy characters, which my character in Chopsticks absolutely was. And
Yeah.
to be honest, that really is who I am. I'm a massive goofball.
So am I.
Yeah, takes one to
It's
know one.
fun. It's fun.
Absolutely.
Can't be serious all the time.
No, 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 no. I mean, yeah, never. Yeah, I'm never too cool to play the fool.
There you go. There you go. Never grow up. That's right. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, have you seen the price of
I so
Lego?
I so dated myself right now. I so dated myself. Oh, it's all right. Everybody sees the gray. Everybody sees Samurai the white. It's fine. What were you saying about Legos?
Yeah, yeah. Have you seen the price of Lego now? I
No.
mean, it's always been expensive, but gosh.
Right. Really? Well,
Mm,
they know. It's like because you got the Lego movie, the video games are popular, so I'm not surprised. Lego. And people are, it's funny you just mentioned Legos. I just came across this Instagram video. I wasn't even looking for it. And then this guy just made like this ridiculous like Lego like fortress statues. He made like a Lego mech suit that you could get in and walk around in. It
oh,
was
I
insane.
saw that. Yes, I did
Did you
see that.
see that?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
like how do these guys do this? But
I love it.
do you have some Lego like the Death Star or something going on in the John's dome home there?
What I want is a Lego Deep Space Nine. That's what I
Oh
want.
my god. You are
But
now my wife's favorite person on the whole planet. She just showed me. Brother, I've never seen the show. I remember when it used to come on
mm,
back in the day, and I would come across a few episodes, but I wasn't a Star Trek Trekkie yet. That
yeah.
came late as I got older. When I was younger, I like Star Wars a lot. When I got
Mhm.
older, I was like, oh, Star Trek is like for adults.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness. Star Wars, you can be an adult and enjoy. I still love Star Wars.
Absolutely.
All
It's a lot
right.
of fun. Yeah.
Anyway, but I was just kind of like, oh, this is like some military shit. Like I was like, so my wife, she always enjoyed the show, so she bought like the box set of DVD, and we
Yes.
just binged through it, and I couldn't believe how good that show was, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was stunned. It
It,
might be my favorite Star Trek show.
Mine too.
Yeah,
I rewatch it once or twice a year, maybe three. But let me tell you something. Avery Brooks, who plays Captain Sisko,
yeah,
in some of the later seasons, he shaves his head and grows a
yeah,
goatee.
yeah.
There is a reason why I have done this.
No way. That's
Yeah,
it. My
yeah,
wife's
he's
favorite person in the world is John now.
oh,
Uh,
very sweet.
but I'm so glad he did that though. I mean, he's such a great actor. He could have rocked it without it, but I don't know. It just really that was his character. It was so
Absolutely.
much better, And like with any show, first, second season, a little rocky. You have your filler episodes here and there, but once the war starts,
The
I didn't know.
main war.
Put it this way, I did not know Star Trek could be this way.
Mhm.
Like it was like serious behind enemy lines, war, survival. People you didn't think was gonna die died. Like it was
Absolutely.
just kind of like my mind was blown. I couldn't believe how good that show was, man.
I think like because it reflects everyday
Mm,
scenarios and politics, it's like, oh, this is a little close to home. Uh,
right,
I think in other Star Trek shows, you don't have I think with Next Generation, you don't have an arc, a big story arc. Every episode, it's episodic, everything is self
right,
contained. Whereas
right.
with the Dominion War, it just went on for seasons, and that was the right thing to do. Um,
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah, yeah. I mean, TNG's amazing too. I'm sure by default, I think TNG's everyone's favorite. But if you
Yeah.
guys have not seen Deep Space Nine, I think it's on Paramount
Yeah.
Plus. I think you could binge it there. But what hurts is I watched the show. I didn't know it was going to be that good.
Mhm.
Completely blown away by it. And then
100%.
afterwards, it just hurts to know that it's never going to have an HD upgrade
Yeah.
because it's just not like stuff that became digital afterwards, like
Yeah.
Enterprise, that could come out on Blu-ray and stuff like that.
Yes.
The TNG episodes were filmed on actual film, so
Right.
they
Yeah.
were actually to go back. They actually were able to go back and remaster those for the Blu-rays, which didn't make sense why those didn't sell. I didn't make it. Like, are you kidding me?
Mm.
Why did
Absolutely.
that not sell? So if TNG didn't sell on Blu-ray, we're not getting no Deep Space Nine. But it sucks
No,
because it's just like Deep Space Nine needs to be remastered,
I
like
agree. I
bad.
agree.
So who knows? With the technology in the future, maybe somebody will do it. Somebody
Yeah,
will do it.
absolutely. I think so.
But yeah, yeah, you're scoring all kinds of points with me today. Deep Space Nine, that's what's up. But yeah, back to your projects here.
Mm.
Uh, I know we kind of jumped. I kind of jumped the gun here because I'm excited because you're here hanging. But what made you get into the film industry? You're like, you know what? I want to be an actor. I want to be a stuntman. What motivated you to try this out? Was it something you just like, yeah, I'll try it, and then you developed a love for it, or this was a passion that you always wanted to, a box you wanted to check?
So as a kid, I watched all the kung fu films, and I thought to myself, I'd love to do that someday. So I did a lot of theater when I was a kid. Of course, when you have um, a certain upbringing, you might get parents who would prefer that you um, find a job that actually pays the bills. So um, I just kept that as a hobby, just to do a bit of theater here and there. But then it was my martial arts, really. It was like, I remember thinking, I want to be a superhero when I grow up. But um, if I can't be one, I'll settle for playing one in a film. Or enjoy the tax-free income of a supervillain, that's also pretty good.
Ah.
But supervillains tend to be far more wealthy than superheroes. Um, so I thought, okay, I could do a Lex Luthor of some sort,
Yeah.
something kind of like that. But then the thing is with martial arts as well, you got three main categories. You got fighting, health, and performance. So my competition days, I'm happy to have left those behind. I was still trained for self-defense. I worked in security for a number of years as well, which I'm also happy to leave behind. So I'll train for self-defense, and I'll train for health. But I will be happy to perform for a living. So I'm still using those skills uh, that I spent so long training for. And my brother back in 2010 saw an open casting that said, "Are you East Asian and do you want to be in a film?" I thought, well, hey, I'm East Asian and I want to be in film. Let's uh, let's take a look. And it was one of those posters that didn't look particularly, it didn't look like a lot of time had gone into it. So we checked it out anyway, and as it turns out, it was for 47 Ronin, which was my very first big film. Up until that point, I'd done little fight scenes with friends on camera, and the editing was it was edited, but
Yeah.
um, so this was my first experience on a big film set
Right.
where we had to audition and um, with swords. I thought, okay, this is cool. I can do this. And the audition was fun because I have a near eidetic memory, so I can remember a lot of details. So if someone shows me physical movement, I can remember it fairly well, especially if it's
Record
martial arts.
it's recorded.
Yes,
Right.
yes. So I'm good with license plate numbers. I'm good with what happened 25 years ago, conversations, but I'm also good with when I see movement, I can memorize that. Um, so when I play piano, I can play by ear as well. So there are all kinds of overlap between music and martial arts, which I'll come on to. But the audition process was a lot of fun, and then they called me back where they trained us to be samurais, and everybody there was a top martial artist. Everybody was either they'd won some loads of championships, they were pro boxers, they were this, they were that, excellent grapplers, and then there's me, a moving a moving potato, and I thought, well, yeah, I thought, gosh, and yeah, I remember there were hundreds of other East Asian performers, and I remember feeling I don't think there's any way for me to make a memorable impact here because there's so many people here. But the one of the stunt coordinators remembered me for future projects, and he would always bring me back. So Vincent Wang, thank you so much.
Shout out to Vincent. Yeah, yeah. That's so cool. You were part of a project like that, especially when with Henry Sonata in that movie. And what did you run into this guy?
So this is right. So when we were doing 47 Ronin for about a week,
Yeah,
he would come over and just talk to me for maybe 5 minutes, and then he get hurried off the set. And he was so nice. He was so nice. And I remember when I was in LA to shoot Brother Sun, I was in downtown LA just to get my jacket, adjusted. And I'm with Allison from costume, and she says, "Okay, yeah, this guy we're gonna see, he is, yeah, he's gonna adjust your jacket because you're filming tomorrow." And and that's when the elevator door opened and Keanu Reeves walked in, and it's like we're not on a film set; we are in downtown LA, where this is a random building that I've managed to end up in with Allison, and
yeah,
I remember looking at Keanu Reeves thinking that's definitely him, but because I hadn't seen him in 11 years. I'm
yeah.
not going to say anything.
Right, right,
And
right,
he's a
right.
private guy. From everything I've seen about him on social media,
Yeah,
everything they say about him is true.
yeah.
But he was listening to the conversation. And as I was about to leave the elevator, he said to me, "Hey, best of luck with your shoot." And I said to him, "Oh, Well, thank you very much, Mr. Reeves. Actually, you and I worked together 11 years ago on 47 Ronin, and you were so nice to me. You're actually one of the reasons why I'm still in the game. So thank you so much. I said the whole thing in one breath. And he was
Right.
like, 47 Ronin? Oh my God. I was like, dude, you were so nice to me. So thank you. Can I get a selfie with you? He goes, yeah. I
That's
get my selfie with him. I shake his hand just as the elevator closed again. And
yeah.
Allison said to me, wait, what? How did you stay so composed? And I was like, I've had 11 years to practice that. And, you know, all my friends got selfies with him back in
Yeah.
2011. And
Yeah.
you know what? 11 years later, full circle, I managed to get one with him. But he is just a really nice guy.
Oh man, that's amazing. That's amazing. Chat's all saying it's amazing right now. They're busting up laughing. Oh, hey, that was pretty accurate, chat. What do you think? That was pretty accurate Keanu Reeves impression you just did there. Very well done, sir.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
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 Oh my goodness. How cool is that?
No,
Oh
such a nice
man.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's all
Really,
I've heard,
yeah.
especially when I interviewed Marco Zaror too. He said the same thing. Yeah, and he said that when they had their little fight scene in John Wick 4, Keanu was like, "Hit me harder. It's okay." And Marco was like, "Okay," but he was cool like that. He's like, "No, you can hit me a little harder, make it look good." That's dope, man. That's pretty good. That's pretty good here. Yeah, let's talk about this project here, Viewpoint.
So this was like hardcore Henry, where everything was POV, and I played a small
Nice.
role in that. And yeah, I get shot and I die, but it was a fun experience
Yeah.
because the camera is attached to the actor,
Right. Right.
and yeah, it's like, okay, I need to slow it down slightly. I need to not go
Mm,
particularly quickly, and I need to just be conscious of my eye line, where my eyes are looking, and where do I hit. Um,
right. Okay.
but that was a lot of fun.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Can we watch this somewhere?
Somewhere, I'm not too sure where, but once I find the link, I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah, send that to me for sure, and I can share it with the audience, man. Because we
Thank
love
you.
stuff like that. Hardcore Henry was so much fun.
Gosh, yeah,
It was a blast to watch in the theater. I didn't get sick. I was completely fine.
yeah.
Other people were like, "Oh, we got sick." It was like, eh. So anyway, we had a blast watching it, and then many years later, time has passed, and I revisited it,
Mm,
and I was like, I enjoyed it even more. I was
really?
like, "This is so much fun, man!" Like just a blast,
Yeah.
that movie. Yeah. We got a little dramatic comedic gig here. The Tip. What's going on
Yeah.
here? This short.
So that was a short film directed by my friend Darren Castle, who is we used to work together at this. Um, I suppose you would call it a high school. And then when I moved to another university to work at, he was there also. So we ended up collaborating on a bunch of short films, which he wrote. And the tip was something that it's just two guys who've made a lot of money,
Mm,
and now they're at a bar. The guy, I'm bragging about it, and the other guy is like, "Actually, we stole a lot more than you think we did." And I'm like, "Wait, what? What you mean, dude? We're in so much trouble." So
right.
it does feel like a scene from a wider story. Um,
Gotcha. Nice. Sounds like a cool little dramatic short there. Yeah, I love that. Because this guy doesn't just know martial arts; he is an artiste. That's right. And I've come across your music, man, and I'm just like, okay, this is getting ridiculous. All right, could John suck at something? Can he come on? You're making I mean, but I'm just like,
oh, thank you.
man, such a beautiful voice.
Oh,
And I was watching videos of you playing piano and all this, and I was listening to some of your music, and I was like,
thank
man, what a talent. What a talent, my
oh,
friend.
well, thank you for being one of my 16 streamers from April. So I am endlessly grateful.
We need to bump that number up. Everybody watching, make sure you click on that link. Go in the description box below of this video and you can check out Jon's music, and you're gonna just sit back, relax. You're gonna be cruising
Ooh.
down the street with the wind blowing in your hair. You're gonna be feeling good. You're gonna be feeling right. But yeah, man, how did you get into music? Was that something you learned at a
Yeah.
young age as well?
So I started playing piano when I was about 7, and so I was classically trained. Same with violin and viola, which I'm not as good as. I'm not as good at. So there are very few videos of me doing those things. But with piano, I remember. I think when I got my piano, this one right here. I thought, I can just do whatever I want. I'm not practicing for any exams. I just want to play. And like with my martial arts training, I'll train according to how I feel. So I will play according to how I feel.
Okay.
So my album, which consists of 26 tunes, there are 26 of the tunes that I could remember how to play, but that is essentially a diary without words. So every tune, when I play it from start to finish, I know exactly what I went through at that time. I'll never tell anyone because I want them to go on their own journey. And I might have a title that might suggest what I was going through, but um, for the most part, I just want people to sit back and just go on their own journey and just have their own experience. And
Nice.
that's important to me. And then when I get people asking me, "Are you going to do a second album?" And
Yes. Yes.
so that album took me that album took me 11 years. I'm not too sure
Right.
if I have it in me to do another one just yet,
Right.
but
You
maybe.
hey, wait another 11
Yeah,
when the time's right, right?
absolutely.
Yeah, but make sure you guys check out his music. It's so good. It's so good,
Thank
man.
you.
It's
Thank
really
you.
good, really good. But back to action here. I was looking on IMDb and I saw some other projects that they had your name on here.
Mm.
Lady Bloodfight and Mad Lord Samurai of 1,000 Deaths. I'm sold from that title. Is that project still coming out, or what's going on with
Yes,
that?
I believe Mad Lord did quite well on the festival circuit.
Nice.
And I just play another samurai who gets killed off.
Yeah.
Though Lady Bloodflight, I'm not too sure why that's on my IMDb. I
Oh,
think there may have been another stunt performer with a similar name. Uh,
okay. Oh, we'll disregard that then.
yeah,
All right. That's
if
it. You
only.
got.
I wish I'd worked on that.
Hey, this is why I'm here. Okay, I'm just reminding your crew to update your page.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but Mad Lord Samurai of 1,000 Deaths. Hopefully, we can watch that in the future as well. Get that
Absolutely.
out there. Yeah.
The
Now, oh, go
mm,
ahead. Go ahead.
the lead actor Christopher is he is a real life samurai. Look at this guy. Uh,
Yeah,
he is he has such Henry Sonata kind of calm, cool vibes,
I was getting
and
ready to say that.
yeah, yeah, and the way he moves is beautiful. It's like wow, you sir live that lifestyle.
Right. Was there a time machine? Did you teleport to the future, sir?
Well, you look at
um,
Henry Sonata; he hasn't aged a day. You know,
Dude, Sonata, look, what but he trained under Sonny Chiba, man. Viva
absolutely,
Chiba. Even Sonny Chiba, when rest in power before he left us, he still was in good shape.
absolutely,
Did you see
absolutely.
one of the greatest videos of all time when
Ooh,
Sonny Chiba surprised Keanu Reeves? Did you see that? I'm gonna
gosh,
I'm gonna send that to you when we're done.
please, please, yeah, I'd love to see it.
So he was promoting John Wick. I think it was the first movie. I think it was the first film, and he was out there in Japan promoting it. And Keanu Reeves is a big, huge Sonny Chiba fan, and they got word of that. So while he's out there doing the interview, Sonny Chiba just walks out, and then Keanu Reeves is like, he just loses it. He's just like, oh my god. So yeah, I'll send you that video. It's like one of the best
Please,
videos I've ever seen. It's so cool. It's so cool.
love to see it.
But now we're getting into the fantasy, maybe family territory, adventure now.
Oh yeah. So
What's this about? This looks fun.
this was an interactive movie, so it's a video game where you get to
Oh,
choose the outcomes, and you can make different choices, and there'll be different cutscenes which lead you to other choices. And this was so much fun to work on. I think it was more fun for me than it was for the script supervisor who has to deal with the continuity. Uh,
ah, right.
so if you choose this line of dialogue, I might reply with this one, or I might do this
Mm,
one instead.
yeah,
And it's that was so much fun to work on it. I was on that for 3 weeks, and everybody, we were just a family. The two girls you see there, two of my best friends. I love them. They are
nice.
phenomenal actresses.
How was it working with Doctor Who there in the middle? Paul, right?
Paul, yeah,
Yeah.
what a guy! What a
Yeah.
guy! And his delivery of lines is phenomenal because he has so much power behind those words.
Right? He's
Yeah,
great. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
We
really
got
lovely guy.
two Nick Blade Con projects coming up next here. Renegades. How was your experience being in this project, working with Lee Majors and Danny Trejo, Louis Mandalore? What?
So I was on that for a day. What happened was I think Nick Blade Khan was he had to do another job somewhere else, so he got me onto this one. So I took his place for that day.
Oh, no
And
way.
yeah,
Okay. Nice.
no
Okay,
idea what
cool.
I got myself into, but yeah, that was good fun. And Lee Majors, what a guy! Yeah, what a voice! And
Yeah.
he still has so much presence, even in his late 80s. He just has perfect timing
Yeah.
and just
The
this.
original Fall Guy. That's
Yes,
right. That's
I
right. Did you see the new one? I haven't seen the new movie
haven't
yet.
seen it yet. I haven't seen
Okay.
it yet.
Yeah. I do enjoy the fact that they're putting some shine on stunt people,
100%.
which is way past due. So
I
hopefully we
agree.
get more than that. But that's why you got channels like me, like mine.
100%.
Spread the word.
Absolutely.
Get these legends on here. That's right. Spread the word. But man, I really enjoyed your fight against the great Sonny Pang
Mhm.
in Exile, man. That was great. Sonny Pang was like, all right, I got to get a hammer to beat this dude. I was like, I think this was the first time I saw you, actually.
Mm.
That was my introduction to you. And
Oh
I was like,
no.
who is this tank just walking around? I was like, oh, Sonny Pang's gonna have problems with this dude. Great fight. Great fight.
Thank you. I mean, Sunny is old school, so
Yeah.
doing a fight scene with someone from that era is a real honor. And Sunny, for one, he is a real martial artist.
Yeah.
He's lived that lifestyle. He grew up doing that kind of stuff. So he's hard as nails, and
Mhm.
he's tough, very
Yeah.
tough. And when you do stuff with him, it's even though when we're doing screen fighting, you're not properly hitting each other. But even when I was, blocking some of his hits, I thought he still has a lot of power. He will probably say he's not in his prime anymore and he can't move as well as he used to. It's a lie. It's
Yeah.
all a
Yeah.
lie. No, no, no. The guy
Yeah.
is the real deal.
Yeah, he is. And again, kind of like yourself, he's very humble,
Oh,
and sweetheart, because my first introduction to him was Headshot, which
oh,
that villain that Sonny Pang played in Headshot
mm,
it's really iconic
yeah.
role. And he's so serious and cold in that. And then when I interviewed him, he was like he was like my uncle or something, man. He's gonna
Lovely.
hang out.
Such
So
a
nice.
lovely guy. Such a lovely
Yeah.
guy. And he is so talented and so
Yeah.
skilled. He has such
Yeah.
a I think he is underrated
Oh,
because he has
ridiculously underrated.
yeah, he's a wealth of experience and such a broad skill set. And
Yeah.
above all else, he is a big brother. He looks out for everyone and
Yeah.
is just a wonderful guy.
Yeah. He is uh, a true legend, but
Mm.
he won't, he's like, stop calling me that. Don't call me that. But speaking of Sonny Paying projects, can you tell us anything about Havoc?
I know as much as
Me.
yes. Yeah, no one's sure where it is in production, really.
Okay.
So I hope it does come out
Okay.
because a lot of my friends have some really meaty roles in that, and
Meaty.
yeah,
Yes.
very meaty roles
Yes.
and stuff that will, I think, the roles they have in Havoc would take their career to the next levels. And
Nice.
so I do hope for them that it comes out
I hope
soon.
it comes out this year, at least. Oh my goodness. See, I had to try, guys. I had to try see if John knew anything.
I wish. I
I
wish.
I had another legend, Jude Poyer, here on the channel,
Dude.
and yeah,
Oh,
that guy. Yeah, check out that interview when you get some, a chance. But he's another legend, and I was just like, I'm not even going to try. Even though he was the action designer and he did
yeah.
all this stuff for Havoc, I'm like, I'm not even going to try to ask him because I'm sure he can't really say anything.
Jude is one of the nicest people.
Yeah,
Uh, he's such a nice guy.
yeah,
And Jude, I watched him in films as a kid. And then um, when we were emailing about me coming in to potentially audition for something, when I met him, I thought, how do I look older than you? How is this possible? How I look older than you do? And but he is just a really down to earth, lovely guy, and again, someone who is phenomenally talented. Someone I would love to work with again, 100%.
yeah. Copy that. Yeah, man, you guys would be perfect to have you guys in a project together for sure. How was it working with Tiger, man?
Oh,
This is another guy. This is another guy that I'm just like, this is not fair, man. It's not
Tiger.
fair. Just walking
Mm,
around, he looks like a Greek god. He's good. He's great at everything.
yeah, Tiger is. I mean, he trains all the time, and he's in phenomenal shape. And above all else, he is such a nice person. He's so
Nice.
nice. And if you wanted me to throw this punch a little with a little more oomph, he said, "Hey,
Yeah.
bro, can you just do this a little harder?" Yeah, 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 no problem. So he's very communicative, and he has an incredible team. The team of
Yeah.
people around him are, I think, they're all really close friends, but they all train together, and they are just amazing at what they do. I'm always in awe of them, and when I see what Tiger can do with such ease, especially with the acrobatic movements, the tricks, the somersaults.
Insane.
And yes, yes, it's this guy is amazing. Yeah, that was
Copy.
that was a 12-day shoot. I was on that for 12 days,
Yeah.
and it was my first Bollywood film. And that was it's different to it's different to film sets that I'm accustomed to. But hey, we're just here for the experience.
Right. Right. Copy that. Yeah. They're probably, hey, you never know. They may call you back. Do some more. Yeah. Fingers crossed. Hold on a second. We got a comment here. I missed this one. Lady Fat Blood. That's what I call my wife. That's her name. Like Lady Snowblood. Lady Fat Blood has great taste, and so has John. It appears Deep Space Nine now goes on the list. Come
Yeah.
here. She's here. She's hiding. Just say hi. This is your new favorite person.
Someone talking about
Yeah.
DS9.
Yes.
I'm like, you know what? It's been a while.
Oh shit! She's wearing the shirt. Oh my god! This is epic. This is an epic
Amazing,
moment right now,
amazing.
live. See what happens when you watch live? She's wearing the shirt. Look at this.
Hi.
Quark, come to
I love
Quarks.
it.
Yeah,
I love Quark. He's
you
one of
love
my
Quark.
favorites of all time.
One of his favorites of all time. Yeah, yeah. This is your new favorite person.
Hi, buddy.
That was
Oh,
amazing. That was like perfect timing, dude. How
absolutely.
epic was that? Oh my goodness. Oh, by the way, babe, the look that my man John has inspired by Mr. Cisco. So yeah. So yeah, how cool is that? Oh man, that was amazing that just happened right now live. Oh my goodness.
Unscripted. Unscripted.
Unscripted. The host.
Oh, yes. The host. Yes, this was an independent film which got global distribution, and it was I play a gangster, and
Word.
yeah. Though I got to work
Word.
with a lot of actors that I really looked up to, like Togo Igawa, Tom Wu, and it was just an incredible experience because that was my first big acting job, I would say. One of my first big acting jobs where it had funding.
Right, right. Well, it looks like it has some production value. I mean, look at all these legends here. How cool is it? Now, was this like a
Absolutely.
thriller?
Yes, yes. And there are many twists and turns, and then you're never too sure what to expect. And then,
I
oh,
like
that,
I like those.
me too,
Nice,
me too.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Oh
yeah.
my goodness. Now, again, you're natural at comedy.
Oh,
You're natural at it because sometimes the things you do just bust me up. I mean, we're going to get to blood boots a little bit later, but your death scene in The Gentleman, I was dying when I watched that movie. I was busting up, man. Oh my
that's it.
goodness.
You know,
It's okay. It's not it's all right if it's a spoiler. It's all
yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
the
it's
film's been out
okay.
for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
The that was
Did you ad lib that, or was that planned?
they said if you can milk the death scene and go even slower, even better. I thought, screen time.
Dude, that's epic.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
see,
that was smart.
you made it your. I mean, it was just so funny because no one expected the character to have a gun, and
I
she
know,
shoots
right?
in the head, and your reaction was just like, "Did something
Huh?
happen? Did something happen?" Oh my god! You're
Oh,
just like, "Oh, okay, it's time for me to die now." Fall over. It was great. Oh my
what a
god,
film that was, though. What a film.
it's so good, so
Mm.
good. Well, speaking of The Gentleman,
Mm.
you were involved with some of the stunts for the TV show Gentleman, and an upcoming project with Jamie Foxx here coming out
Yes.
soon.
So with the Gentleman TV series, initially there was I got reached out to see if I would be interested in reading for a role, and I said I'm interested. However, I did die in the film. Is that going to be a problem? And they said, ah. So they
Oh,
that's not a problem because they ended up casting my friend Hon Ping Tang, who
okay,
is he's like an older version of me, just with a beard.
okay,
And
okay,
I got to
okay.
be his stunt double, so it all
Oh,
came full
perfect.
circle. And with
Yeah.
him, Han has been such a huge supporter of my career from before it was even a thing. When I was still doing student films and very small projects, Han was always the one telling me, "No, keep going, keep going. This is all experience. One day you and I will be on set together." And you know, over 10 years, 12 years, 13 years later, we're on set together. So that was just an incredible experience.
Nice. How cool? How cool is that?
Mhm.
There's Jamie Foxx project coming out. What's this all about?
Called Back in Action.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I think they may have delayed the release of that. I'm not sure what's happening with that. Um, I was a stunt performer in that. I'll say no more, but
Okay. Okay. No
yeah,
spoilers on that. Not, maybe after it comes out, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. But speaking of the world of John Wick,
Mm,
how was it working in the Continental?
so much fun. We were in Budapest for a month, and it was the Hungarian team are they are training all the time. In their downtime, they are training and just during their lunch break, when they're not rehearsing, they're training. But then in their lunch break, they'll put on their Brazilian jiu-jitsu gis and they'll just be grappling. It's like, wow, you guys just don't stop. But it was just a really amazing experience. And Jessica Alain, who plays Lou, who disposes of us, she is just a real sweetheart, and she worked really hard. And you know, I think she's someone I'd love to work with again. I think I didn't know she was British as well. Actually, I had no idea, but it's like, oh, that accent really really fooled us. But lovely, lovely person, and uh, also really talented.
Nice. Copy that. And Culprits, what's this coming out? I see Gemma Arterton at the top there. She's
So that
great.
is out on Disney Plus already.
Okay.
We shot that a couple years ago, and yeah, I play another gangster, and
Well, when you're good at it, I mean, come
yeah,
on.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. And is that like an action comedy heist movie? What I mean, series? What is that series about?
I think it's more of there is like a secret agent kind of vibe.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Nice, nice. You know, it's funny. It's earlier you were talking about, when you're a kid and you're growing up, you're like, I want to be a superhero
Yeah,
or a super villain or something like that. And
absolutely.
you've kind of already done it. And you've kind of already done it in a way. You played these over the top entertaining villains, whether they're gangsters or thugs, but they'll
Mm,
always remember you. You
mm.
always stand out because you're good at what you do. But what? What? You stunt double for the another legend, Don Lee, for Eternals. How was that experience?
He is one of my heroes. So when I got the call, when they said, "Hey, would you be interested in doubling for one of our actors?" In my heart, I was like, "Please be Don Lee, please be Don Lee, please be Don Lee." And they said it's for an actor called Don Lee, and I choked. So Don Lee is larger than life, but he is so down to earth, uh, so generous, and he would come on set, remember everybody's names. And the
Wow.
next day, he would talk to everybody and say, "Oh, what's your name?" "Nick." "Oh, Nick, hi, I'm Don. What do you do?" "Okay." And then the next day, he come on set, he'd be, "Nick, hi." He remembered everyone's names, and it was so sweet. And I learned so much from him. And yeah, I had to wear a wig as well, which was pretty cool. And with him, Don is a big dude.
Yeah.
He's got that kind of don't with me kind of vibe. But
Mhm.
when you speak to him, he is so softly spoken and super generous. And he would always say, "Hey, you free tomorrow?" I was like, "I am free tomorrow." He goes, "You want to get lunch?" He goes, "Yeah, yeah, great." He said, "I like to eat a lot, and if you're there, we can eat even more." It's like great. Just a
Amazing.
really lovely guy, especially from Train to Busan. Um,
Dude,
what a
it's one
film!
of the greatest zombie films of all time.
100%.
I wouldn't argue with anyone if they said that's their favorite zombie movie ever.
It's
Like, it's
mine.
just I can't really argue against that because it's so good. It's
Absolutely.
so good. Um, but yeah, how cool you got that experience. And is this like the in terms of production value projects, is this the
Mm.
biggest one you've been in so far?
I would say so. I would say so. I was on that for maybe 3 months, and I think working on this, I wish I got to keep the suit. Then Comic Cons would be sorted for the rest of my life, you know?
Oh man. Here's some other Marvel related projects.
Mm,
One from the MCU and one from Sony's
mm.
Marvel, that they have your name involved in. We'll find out now if IMDb is full of shit again. But they have your name down for Doctor Strange and the upcoming Craven the Hunter. Can you tell us? Well,
Yes.
first, were you in these projects?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So Doctor Strange, I was just one of the guys who in the Hong Kong scene toward the end. I think me and some of my other friends, we all died about 8 or 9 times in that scene, and then uh, just running through rubble and then
Yeah.
explosions. So
Nice.
if you look really carefully, you might be able to see part of my leg, but you know, Craven the Hunter, yes, that should be out this year, but I am in that, and I
Okay.
can see no more.
Copy that. Okay, I'll be looking for you when I see the movie. The one thing, the main thing that sticks out from at least the trailer that they dropped for Craven,
Mm,
the main positive that stood out for me was it was R-rated. The violence. I was like, what? I was very surprised with that because so
mm,
far all Sony slash Marvel related movies that you would think would be R rated, like Venom and Morbius, were PG-13. So I was very surprised that when Craven he's biting people's faces off and ripping this, I was like, what? So that's something to look forward to,
absolutely,
you know.
absolutely.
Yeah, so that's something to look forward to. Will it be, ripping the hearts out type of violence level? I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to
Mm,
wait.
mm,
Wait and see.
mm.
But after the movie comes out, I'd love to have you back on here. We can talk about it for sure. Yeah.
Anytime,
Yeah, man.
anytime.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, ooh, more violence. We need that. We need that in movies. I can't help it. You know me. I had a blast talking with Diego Dati yesterday,
Hmm.
and martial artist stuntman and all that, and we were just gushing over our love for action and martial arts and horror films, and how action and horror go hand to hand, martial arts and horror go hand to hand. And we were talking about The Night Comes for Us, how that movie's so dark and violent, and that movie's borderline horror.
Isn't it just?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, have you
And
seen Malignant?
yes, yes, I have. I have.
That that
The
last
action
scene.
sequence, yeah, the action sequence at the end was good. I did enjoy that. That was a lot of fun.
I
Oh
believe
my
the
god.
stunt double for the person who did all the action sequences was the twin in the Continental, uh,
Hmm.
because she
Okay.
is a contortionist. Uh,
Oh, all right. Makes
so
sense.
those, yeah, yes,
Yeah.
the way those impossible angles in which her joints move. I remember watching *Malignant*, thinking, "Oh my goodness!" But that still looks like a human who's doing that. But and
Right.
then when I saw in the credits, okay, I think
Yeah.
she was the twin in the Continental.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice. Oh, we got a chat here. Says John is a sweetheart. I wish him the best and hope his career a lot
Oh,
more success. Look at that. You got some
that's so
fans
sweet.
here.
I
Yeah.
I am wishing all the best for you too. So thank you so much.
Yes, yes. Copy that. Now we're going to another movie that has a black Superman in it. Hobbs and Shaw. Oh man, how was your experience on this wild movie?
I was on it for a day, and it was we. I think we had one rehearsal day, and then I remember my filming day was the Tuesday. So I went to work on the Monday, booked the Tuesday off work to go do this, and then got home at 1 in the morning. 8 o'clock in the morning on the Wednesday, I was back at my desk with a tattoo I couldn't wash off my arm. But that was wild. And I think seeing The Rock in person, he is a titan. Like he is gargantuan. He's like a walking mountain. Um, and I think with that, he was so nice and so supportive. And every time he threw me over a table, he would pull me up. He would always pull me up. And
Nice.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think we did 4 takes, and then I was done. I was like, oh, great, cool. I can chill. And then last shot of the day, the director says to me, John, you're back up. I was like, really? I thought I was done. And he said, no, 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 we need to shoot it from the other angle. I was like, oh, okay, great.
Nice.
And The Rock comes over to me and says, brother, what do you want to do? Do you want to rest up? Do you want to rehearse? Do you want to go for a take? We're here for you tonight. And I said to him, let's go for a take. So
Nice.
then go for a take, 3, 2, 1, action. I did 2 takes, and he pulled me up every single time, and it was nice because it was the last shot of the day, and I got a nice round of applause. And he pulled me up and said to me, brother, thank you so much for your hard work. Your time and dedications will contribute towards the success of the film. I hope I get to work with you again. Thank you. And he gives me like a bro hug and fist bumps everybody and walks out. And yeah, I
Cool.
surreal. So I managed
Nice.
to get a selfie with him. So
Copy that. Well deserved. He's throwing you around
thank
in
you. Yeah.
tables. I mean, come on. Well, cool. That's an awesome experience, man. I'm sure you had on that wild movie. What a fun movie that was. But now we have arrived, baby. The brother's son, critically acclaimed. Audience loves it. The ratings on Rotten Tomatoes for audience and critics. I usually go towards the audience more than the critics.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, right? But it's nice to see both audience and critics. The scores are ridiculously high, but in a good way and well deserved. It was such a fun show, man. Yeah, I was busted up. Once I accepted, because I didn't know it was going to be so like over the top comedic at points.
Mm.
Once I accepted, oh, this is not Breaking Bad. This is not The
Yeah.
Sopranos. This is not Sons of Anarchy. This is not that kind of show. I was like, oh, this is straight dark comedy. All right, that's my bag. So I'm like, all right, once I accepted that, I was busting up on a lot of the scenes, man. I was busting up laughing on
Oh,
some, yeah. But the action design and the fights was so well done. And the show kind of, in a way, subverted your expectation with Michelle Yeoh not really having a traditional Michelle Yeoh fight. You
yes.
know,
Yeah,
I was like, wow, she's like everyone else doing kung fu and all this stuff, and Michelle Yeoh's she's just the queen boss behind the
oh,
scenes. And then she has
absolutely.
that one fight that's kind of like dirty, kind of like a street fight in a way in the apartment scene. Yeah, frying pan to the dome, choking. I mean,
Absolutely.
I was like, it was kind of unexpected. It was kind of fun.
Yes. Yes.
So
I
man, blood boots, son, dude. When you showed, I mean, everyone loves Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh's great in everything, and I enjoyed a lot of the cast in the film. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not just saying this because you're here, okay? But blood boots. Once you showed up and your name was Blood Boots, I was like, oh, he's gonna be my favorite character. I could tell.
oh
Like I can already tell. And then seeing your character throughout the show and the little things that you were doing was hilarious. I was like, okay, yeah, this is my favorite character in the show.
oh
Still my
thank
favorite character. I'm
thank
not
you.
happy about something that happens later. I
Mhm.
was like, oh, come on, man. But the show did that on purpose.
You know, when I
The
read the
show did
script,
that on purpose. We're going to make
yeah,
this guy fun. We're going to make this guy likable. We're going to make this guy a badass also because he can throw down, son. But to give the show some weight and some stakes, it had to happen. So I understand why it had to happen. But I was still mad. I was still
absolutely.
mad.
When I read the script for that episode, I remember going, "Oh," and then I go to the next pages. Oh, I'm not in this. Oh, okay. Let's flip a bit. Oh no, okay. Okay. I'm only referred to in the past tense. Uh, so that was, I was in LA for 4 months to shoot that. And it was just the most mind-blowing dream come true kind of experience.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know, once I got offered the role on April 29th, 2022, it was the happiest day of my life. Um, I think it was like, I don't know, I'm not afraid to say this. Once Jenny from casting, when she gave me the good news, I was like, oh, well, oh my goodness, that's incredible. Thank you so much. As soon as I hung up, I cried and cried and cried. I'm not. And these were tears.
Badasses can cry. It's fine
Oh, it
once in
was
a while.
wonderful. These were like tears of joy,
Yeah.
and that is still to this day one of the happiest days of my life. Um, but then it was only when Netflix announced the cast for the show in June, I believe it was. So a couple months later, from when I knew I got the role, um, when Netflix announced the cast where Michelle's face was there, I found out that I found out Michelle was in it when everybody else found out. So it was a double whammy. Netflix had
Wow.
tagged me in this post, and also Michelle's face is here. Wait, or some of these lines that I've been reading now it makes sense who I'm talking to. Oh, ah,
Wow.
so
And
there was a lot of
your head exploded like scanners.
yes, yes, yes. It was quite something. And
Wow.
it was when once my visa had come through and I
Mm.
flew out to LA and got to meet all the other actors and Michelle as well. And I got to meet a lot of the old school stunt guys as well, who I used to look up to as a kid, and
Yeah.
you know, you got these guys from Best of the Best who are also in episode 7, and now we're
Yeah.
all on set together. I mean, we have no scenes together, but
Yeah.
like
I
people
think
like me and you, it's like, wow.
that was my one of my favorite scenes was when the Triad OGs came out and you finally get to see them for the first time. And big shout out to Ron Yuan
Oh,
and and James Liu and
yeah,
Simon Rhee, I believe.
Simon Reed,
And
yes.
Eric Lee, I think, was there
Yeah.
too. But yeah, all the OGs came out. I was like, that's right. Respect.
Absolutely.
Respect
And
the OGs, man.
Ron is such a great guy. Just this charisma about him. And I was so excited to meet him because I had worked with his brother Roger before. and I just hadn't met Ron yet. And with James Liu, we used to there we go with James Liu. Like when I used to be on Facebook, James used to comment on my videos and my photos and say, "Hey, this is great, keep at it," And so I never forgot that. So when I met James in person, I was like, "Dude, thank you for all the encouragement over the
Yeah.
years." You probably don't remember me, but yeah. So no, and then he messaged me on Instagram saying, "Hey, phenomenal work, congratulations." So a lot of things came full circle for me. But Michelle is one of my heroes, and
I think she's everyone's hero at this point.
and not to mention,
Even today's generation
yes, yes, yes.
look up to her.
One of my some of my one of my friends, her wallpaper on her phone is Michelle, and it's like that's amazing. I think with Michelle, especially having been a staple throughout my entire childhood, but also now she's doing Star Trek. And
Yeah.
these are two things that I love the most. you know, and I
Yeah.
just had all these questions about Star Trek to her. She's like, "You like Star Trek?" I was like, "I love it. Tell me everything." And she was like, "Well, you might struggle with the dialect coach in Mandarin. Try Klingon."
That's amazing.
Oh, she's
That's
so
epic.
sweet.
But
And
yeah, in this photo here, I see you hanging out with the OG up there. Look at Ron, looking gangster, son.
absolutely.
And down there you got the Marshall Club guys. But it was a huge honor for me to interview them at Comic-Con.
Mm,
At the Kung Fu Extravaganza panel with Rick Myers and Frank Jang, and
yes.
it was awesome interviewing them for like Paper Tigers and stuff like that. And Bao Tran was there, and that's where met Ron and the Marshall Club guys for the first time. It was really cool meeting them and interviewing them, and it was funny because one of the things I asked Ron was I was like, "Hey Ron, I noticed you had the Bao Tran put you on that Fat Samurai Guy diet for your character in the Paper Tigers." He was laughing,
Oh,
but as yourself with blood boots, you had that samurai physique. We be thick. All
oh
right,
yeah,
me and John is thick. All right,
absolutely.
but I was just like looking at your Instagram recently, and I'm like, wait, hold on a
Mm.
second. Is this He-Man?
Oh
I
man.
mean, this is insane. Oh my
So
God, bro. I mean, forget The Rock. I mean, look at this. This is a phenomenal transformation
thank you. I'm 193 pounds now. I was
of
242 when I did the
muscle.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also 5'9", so yeah. So packing on muscle on a shorter frame is actually more visible than it would be if I was over 6 foot for sure.
Right. Right.
Whereas I think um, I was always about 240 pounds, always.
Right.
And for the show, it really worked. So I thought, if we get a season 2 and they bring me back for flashbacks, that is when Blood Boots is in his prime and he's younger and he's slimmer.
Oh, I like that.
So Michelle even mentions, Mama Son even mentions, "Oh, back then you weren't so fat."
Right.
And so
Dude.
I took that as soon as I um when we knew when the when we knew when the release date was gonna
Yeah.
be, that gave me a target to drop as much weight as I could. So I've always been thick,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
heavy set, but I just wanted to drop as much weight as I possibly could, in a healthy way. But
Yeah.
and because when you lose a lot of body fat, yeah, it reveals a lot of muscle. So you actually look bigger than you actually are. So when I wear clothes, I'm not that big. It's that
Right.
photo was just when I was pumped,
Right.
and
Right.
that
Right.
lasted for no more than 20 minutes.
This is insane.
Thank
But
you.
yeah, I'm
Thank
all
you.
for if that ever happens. Fingers crossed for season 2 flashbacks. I would love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like Ron, though, he's not as big as he was normally
Mm,
in the Paper Tigers. He's in shape as well. But going back to James Liu, I ran into him at Dragon Fest
nice.
and out here, and it was a convention out here, martial arts convention, and I ran into him there, and I was like, "Oh my god, I got to get my autograph!" And I got my autograph and picture with him, and he was another sweetheart. It was so funny because at the end of the the Dragon Fest, before they're wrapping it up, they were inviting all the legends, Michael J. White, everybody was Donna Dragon Wilson on stage, so that people could take photos of everyone. Right? It was like hey, bring the cast up here on stage. Everyone can take photos, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. And it was funny because James Liu went up there for he would call out the guy. I forgot the name of the man. Failing right now, who runs the Martial Arts History Museum. But he's like does the Dragon Fest stuff. But he would name a movie project. Hey, whoever was in this, come up. And they would all come up there and then take pictures. So James Liu would come up there and they would take pictures. And then James Liu would leave. And then he would say another project. And James Liu could come back, take a photo, and then leave. And then it became a joke. It became a joke because he's like, also starring James Liu. And James Liu would run back up on stage, take the photo. Because James Liu he's been in everything because he's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! But
Been around a long time. Yeah,
we were talking James Liu. I was like, I got to tell you that story.
What a legend!
Yeah, because it was so funny. Here we go. The Brother's Son is probably my favorite TV series of all time. Look at that. There we go. Going to LA to eat at all the restaurants that show was filmed at. Check that out. Yeah, and I am craving a churro right now. I'm craving a churro right now. That's right. Actually, you know what? I'm not craving a churro right now. Okay. I need to go lift after the stream. I need to do some lifting. John's going to give me some tips when we're done here. Yeah. But yeah, loved this character. And I think your character was the first character that our lead here bonded with, way before he bonded with his brother.
Yes. The nice thing was off camera, we had a similar kind of relationship. We were just that close. And even with Charles, because I worked out with him a lot. Now, the guy who plays Charles, Justin Chen, the guy's a machine.
Yeah.
So I didn't work as many days as he did because he was in every day, but I was at that gym every day, and so was he. I know that because I was there every day, and he would come in after a long day of filming just to work out, and he would say to me, "How do I?" He's like, "Okay, I want to get this technique better," and we work on that a few things. And the guy is, even though he's younger than I am, I will always call Justin my older brother. He is my older brother, my senior, because I don't care about the age. In terms of seniority, in terms of experience, and how he was taking care of everybody and caring so much about the production, he is absolutely big brother. Always, I always say that. And I have a really good relationship with all of the cast members. Sam, who plays the little brother, just a sweetheart, just a really lovely guy. And when I got a little homesick, he would take me to a batting cage. We, played some basketball, played some tennis, and it was very sweet. We were a big family, and I'll always be grateful to them for taking such good care of me.
Nice, copy that. Yeah, shout out to Justin. Yeah, he was again, he was a machine in the show, and I can't wait to see what he does next.
Absolutely,
for sure. Yeah. But it's all about blood boots today. Look at this gangster here. I was, the first thing I said when, again, I think everyone knows we kind of hinted what happens to your character already, but I want people to watch anyway. But the first thing I said was, wait, hold on. How in the hell did they get the drop on blood boots? I was like, how did that happen? Right?
I know.
You're already a fighting machine, and then you had a shotgun with you. It was like, how did that happen? But it is what it is. The show had to have that weight, to make it mean something. So it makes sense. I would have rather your character stay around, but it's all good. I understand story-wise why they did it.
Yes. I think because I checked the timestamps, had Bruce come in just 1 minute sooner, Blood Boots would have survived. But I think it would have cheapened the moment that he had with Mama-san. Because when Michelle, when Mama-san pulls me in and presses her head up against mine,
Yeah.
I did not know she was going to do that. I did
Mm.
not know she was going to do that, and it was so organic and natural. And then I think when we separate and then we look into each other's eyes, um, not gonna lie, I wanted to cry because I genuinely thought they were gonna kill me by that point. It was
Yeah.
too real. It was too
Wow.
yeah
You
yeah yeah.
really got into character at that
Oh,
point. Yeah.
I know, and
Yeah.
that was a beautiful scene. I think the fight sequences though. I wanted, I did want more, but I was
Yeah.
happy with the one that I had.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think with that, the stunt team, I'm very grateful that they trusted me to, um, like they said to me, look, if there are any sequences that you want to add into the fight scene, let us know. And
Yeah.
so I really appreciate their trust in me to do that.
Yeah.
So the first thing that you see me do is when Bruce runs into where the swimming pool is, and
Yeah.
I do a sequence of strikes.
Right. Let's take a
So,
look at it
oh
while you're
yeah, yeah,
talking. Yeah, while you're talking
okay,
about it. Let me bring it up
let's do
here.
it.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it, have some fun here. Yeah. Samurai Guy's prepared. I'm always prepared. But yeah, here
This
we
is
go.
incredible, absolutely.
Yeah, so walk us through here. We have I love how you included the previs at the bottom there
Yes,
also.
yes,
It's awesome.
that was important. That was very important to include a previs. Now, as you see this guy coming towards me, I'll block it, and then I'll do a combination of three strikes in quick succession.
Ooh, look at that.
Now, with that, initially I did six, but they told me to do three because the camera wasn't picking all of them up, which is very humbling.
Right.
But back in 2018, I collaborated with my friend Master Wong, who was a YouTuber and martial arts instructor. And one of the videos that I did with him went viral specifically because of a similar sequence that I did with him. So hand speed was always something that people knew me for because of that video that went viral. So I thought if I can add that sequence into this
Yeah.
fight scene, this will. I want to pay. I want to um, kind of be respectful to the fans who made that video viral. That was
Right.
important to me to say, guys, I'm adding this in because of you.
Right. I couldn't believe the speed. I was like,
Oh, thank you.
you just hit him like 80 times in like 2 seconds. Like this is insane.
Oh, thank you.
Let's check it out here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, so good, man.
Hmm.
So good.
There is a trick to it. I'll show you in person.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I'll show the audience the bruises. But look at this dude. He's just
I love him. I love
everything
him.
everything is shenanigans. Like
Absolutely.
like while you're doing legit kung fu here and your style of blood boots, then we have shenanigans foo over here. It's just a little get off me. A little push there.
He is amazing. Like they could not have cast anyone better for the role. So this one,
Oh, I like that.
yeah,
I
I
like
thought
that.
gotta add a bit of flair. I gotta add a bit
Yeah.
of flair to the because
Uh,
you could just do a hook or you could stylize it a little.
yeah, yeah. Almost like a drunken boxing punch a little bit,
Right,
you know?
right,
Yeah.
right. And that was a so yeah, that was it was just nice to be able to
Mm,
improvise with stuff as well. And of course, with the blessing of the stunt team, it's so you are still acting within the same beats, the same rhythm. You might just change your posturing ever so slightly.
yeah. I mean, shout out to the stunt dudes, the timing,
So
like
amazing.
everything. Shout out to all these guys, man. It's so good. Look at
I
that.
think
Uppercut.
there we
Uppercut.
go.
Look at the launch skill from the stunt
Yeah.
guy here.
Oh man, I mean, these guys are in phenomenal athletes and martial artists. They are top of their game, and they are so, how do you say it? This.
Oh, oh God. Oh, I hope he had some kind of padding. That still hurts.
Yes, yes. So
Oh,
that's two shots. So it stops when I pull his leg. They cut it there, and then the next shot is when they reverse it from the other angle, where he runs, throws his leg up, and I just pull him into it.
Right.
Which in some ways is much worse.
Your expression right here is hilarious.
Yeah, that's a real expression. It's like, ooh.
Right,
Yeah.
right in the nards. Right.
Absolutely.
Oh God.
Ooh,
So
I'm
good.
sorry.
With shenanigans in the background here. We got shenanigans, man.
Absolutely.
But yes, so good. Another thing that I
Mm,
loved about this fight, though, really, is this to me, this was the first time on the show
mm.
where it felt like the shit's getting real now. Like that the tone of the show, even though you still had shenanigans, the tone of the show got really dark, really violent. There was like it felt, you could feel the stakes. Like you're
Yes.
like, whoa, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
And it just really turned the show. I think that's when I started enjoying the show more, was
Yes.
because of this scene. Like, and Justin fighting his crew, and then the team up. We had the
Yes.
team up on both sides because we have a new enemy now.
Yeah.
Like
Enemy of
what
my
is
enemy.
yeah, man, that was so good, so good. I mean, certain
That guy.
characters you didn't think were going to get blown up got blown up. It's just
So
like, wow.
that guy
Yeah,
who plays Drowsy is real gentleman. Incredible guy. And he's been around too. He has a huge body of work. And I know he's done a lot of work with Sonny as well.
yeah,
So, and the world just got smaller. But with
right,
Johnny, his name is,
yeah,
we're very close. And it actually, it was a pleasure to see him in action.
yeah,
He has beautiful tension the way he moves. Um, it's like when he clinches and he does like a double clinch just to readjust his body positioning. I thought,
yeah.
whoa, okay, that was not. I don't know how scripted that was, but that was him just going, "One, I got to readjust and change my body." I loved
Nice.
it.
I
And
was I was hoping him and Justin would go at it, but we didn't have time for that.
I know.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I would have loved that.
this scene, when this happens in the show, I was
Mm,
like, "Oh shit!" It just got real.
absolutely,
It's going
absolutely.
down now. It's going down. No one's safe. You don't know who's gonna get it.
No, no.
And I love scenes like this, man.
I
Look at that.
think
Look at my boy right there.
abs-
Look at that.
I think with that was and how the episode ends as well. It's okay. I have to watch the next episode
Oh
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. One more time. I'm giving the stuntman his due. Okay, that's why I keep showing this.
Absolutely.
Oh
They
my
are, I mean, they are just amazing, amazing martial artists. And
yeah.
we had one stunt woman who, her name's Shai. At lunchtime, she'll go out for a 10-mile run every day. You know?
Wow.
Yeah. Incredible.
Could barely do a 1 mile walk. Oh, one more time. There you go. I didn't have it on screen before.
Bruce Inaba, his
But
name is. That guy,
yeah,
he has the most beautiful kicks.
yeah. But phenomenal. Hey, ho, what? That action sequence
Thank
scratched
you.
the action
Thank
itch, baby. Yeah. So good, man. So good.
Thank you.
Phenomenal job. Of course, we all want that prequel or at least sequel flashbacks to get some more blood boots. But yeah, we gotta do that. Fingers crossed, who knows? But still, either way, the world has seen my man John in action at a more mainstream level. They got a little taste. Now imagine producers, filmmakers, studio heads, everybody watching right now, directors. Imagine if you get more John in your projects. So you need to get look with just a sliver of John. Look at how awesome he is. Now get some more John in your projects. The more John, the better.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, phenomenal job. So good. People are clapping in the chat right now.
Thank you. Thank you all. I'm
Yeah,
endlessly grateful
yeah,
for the
man.
experience. And
Yeah.
um,
Look at these
I'll,
guys.
yeah,
Look at these legends. Look at all these guys. What an experience.
absolutely. Absolutely. And,
Oh, cool.
everybody was a family. They would, take turns driving me home some days because, I lived in a less than desirable area.
Yeah.
And it was, everyone looked out for each other, and that was the most important thing. And um, I think I'd like to say Jenny, the casting director, nobody has done more for me than she has. She is one of the most wonderful people ever. So Jenny, thank you.
Jenny, thank you. Thank you, Jenny. That's right. Shout out to
Just
Jenny. Yeah,
putting
send this to her.
together,
Samurai
yeah,
Guys to give you the shout out. That's right. Shout out to
absolutely.
Jenny, son. Yeah. Yeah.
Putting together the most wonderful family.
Yeah. There we go. We got more fans here. Hello, bro. Oh, yeah. The brother's son. Got some more
Oh,
fans
oh.
tuning in right now. There we go. Horror says, such a great interview. I love this. It's definitely one of my favorites, Samurai. Well, thank you,
Oh,
Horror fans. Thank you
thank
so much.
you. Gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm very honored. No.
Yeah. Hey, the honor is mine, believe me. But before we wrap it up, I mean, I could talk to my man about martial arts and movies all day and Star Trek all day. But really quickly,
Hmm.
I want to let everybody know that's watching here that you have a book out.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The martial heart. Did you see what I did there?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And is it only on Amazon Prime or there's other
Yeah.
places people can buy it?
I'm looking at re-releasing a second edition where I can bring that price down as well.
Ah,
Yeah. I think from that 21 pounds, I get £4 from that. So I'd like to bring the cost down so it's more accessible to people.
right.
I get people emailing me for if I can send them a PDF copy, and I'll always send it for free because
Oh,
the more because in that book it's very much about martial values, situational awareness, composure under pressure, and these are skills that we can take day to day in our lives. I never wrote the book to make any money, but what it was anyone who comes to my classes, these would be the things that I would teach them. And I never charge for my classes anyway. So what I think it's important that it's just to get that message out there as much as possible. So I'd like to
gotcha.
bring that publishing cost down a bit more. Then I'll re-release the book.
Okay.
And yeah. But
Yeah. Well, hey,
we'll get
everybody watching, links in the description box below. You can click on that link, go straight to it if you want to buy the book and check out John's music because the world needs more John. That's right. More John, the better. And again, it's an honor to have you here, man. Oh, really quickly, is there
yeah.
anything you'd like to say to your fans and followers?
Well, first of all, it's very humbling to know that I have fans and followers. So thank you so much for following my journey and putting up with my shenanigans and whatever I post on my Instagram stories. So thank you all so much. I'm sure if you ever see me around, just come say hi.
Nice, nice. And he's going to be a regular here. This is your second home now, brother.
100%. I would love to come back.
Oh yeah, we talk about some future projects or just review some of our favorite movies. We're gonna make it happen. John's gonna be it's a second home here. But yeah, this was an honor again to have you here, brother. And I can't wait for the return of Blood Boots. Get them back on the show. That's right, baby. Hey, let's pose for the thumbnail, baby. Let's do it. Let's do that. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Again, an honor. Everybody watching right now, again, click on those links below. Continue to follow John on his martial arts and filmmaking journey. And hey, if you enjoyed yourself, hey, go ahead and put a little like on the Samurai's video, share the video around, subscribe, and more interviews coming up for the podcast. Samurai Guys is busy than a motherfucker. But it's good busy. It's good busy. I love talking film with these amazing filmmakers. So it's good busy. So hey, see you on the next one. John, don't go anywhere. But all you badasses, see you guys on the next one. Next one probably be this Saturday. We're going to be interviewing some horror filmmakers. So until then, keep kicking, right? Keep doing the combination. We'll see you guys on the next one. You got me laughing over here, John. And watch Deep Space Nine.
Yes, please.
All right. Take care.